All right, folks, good morning. For our guests, welcome to Austal USA. I'm Larry Ryder, the Vice President of Business Development and External Affairs. On behalf of our President, Michelle Kruger, wave, Michelle, to this important event. We're honored that you took the time to join us for the ceremony marking the start of construction of our first U.S. Coast Guard Heritage Class offshore patrol cutter. Not long ago, we christened our last littoral combat ship, the Pier. Next week, we lay the keel for our last expeditionary fast transport. Today, we're happy to celebrate a first, one we've been looking forward to since we awarded this contract. And it's one of those moments where I remember exactly where I was, who I was with, and what I was doing when I got the call. So it's neat to take it to this next step and move into construction. Not only a new phase of construction for our platform, but a new phase of our growing relationship with the Coast Guard, which to date has been fantastic with the Admiral and your on-site team, Jeff, so thank you. This milestone event for this critically important program, both to the nation and to the Coast Guard, exemplifies the flexibility of our fantastic workforce and the importance of the steel panel line to our future. Our multi-talented shipbuilders are well prepared to demonstrate their capability to continue to deliver high-quality cutters and ships. It's always special to have our partners from all parts of the team share the milestone with us. Our Coast Guard partners, our congressional delegation, our community leaders, and our teammates and vendors. I want to first recognize those on the platform and then some folks in the audience today. Rear Admiral Mike Campbell, Director of Acquisition Programs, Program Executive Officer, United States Coast Guard. Dave Groudon, Vice President, New Construction Programs, Austal USA. And Bill Bingle, Program Manager, Austal USA for the Offshore Patrol Cutter. I'd like to recognize several others that are in attendance from our partners with the Coast Guard. Captain Scott Lugo, Captain, ATC Mobile CO. Captain Jeff Payne, Captain, OPC Pro CO. Commander Jeffrey Smolnick, Commander, OPC Phase 2 Corps. Mr. Ashley McBride, Executive Director, OPC Project Resident Office. And from Sector Mobile, Captain Mike Vega, Captain Rob Tucker, and Master Chief Ryan McKay. We also have some local leaders here in the audience today. Alex Reynolds, Director of Community Relations for Representative Barry Moore. Steve Strickler, Field Representative, Office of Congressman Mike Ezell. And then we have some representatives for the local education community. We want to welcome from the University of Alabama, Huntsville, that were down here yesterday for a visit and down here for our ceremony today. Dr. Reiner Steinwant, Dean, College of Sciences. Hill Rowan, Senior Development Officer. And Dr. Alicia Henry, Program Coordinator. Welcome. Most importantly, perhaps we need to recognize the folks that made days like today possible. The incredible team of shipbuilders from Austal USA that are here representing the 3,000-strong shipbuilders and our teammates and vendors. I'd now like to introduce our first speaker, Mr. Dave Groudon.
Good morning, Rear Admiral Campbell, distinguished guests. It is an honour to stand before you today representing a tremendously proud Austal USA team. As the person responsible for the execution of new construction programs and also an employee of 35 years and counting, I can tell you that the significance of this day is not lost on me. A start of construction ceremony symbolises the first of many milestones in the ship's life. In this case, we will build a ship that will support the US Coast Guard by maintaining the nation's economic, social, environmental and military security mission areas. The OPC will typically conduct its primary missions beyond 12 nautical miles from shore and will be deployed anywhere the national interests require the Coast Guard's unique blend of authorities and capabilities. Building that capability begins today with these steel plates, and I can tell you that there's no workforce more skilled or eager than our Austal USA shipbuilders to start putting modules together and deliver a ship that is on time, on budget, and with the quality our customer knows they can depend on. Thank you for your support, and thank you for being here today. Thanks.
Next, from the United States Coast Guard, please welcome Rear Admiral Mike Campbell.
All right, well, good morning. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here with us today for this major milestone event. It's a major milestone not only for the United States Coast Guard and Austal USA, but it's a major milestone for the city of Mobile, Coast Guard City, the state of Alabama, the greater Gulf Coast region, and the nation as a whole. Today, the great women and men of Austal USA will start the economic engine of an incredible shipbuilding production line that we intend to run continuously over the next decade, and that will produce up to 11 world-class Coast Guard cutters, incredibly capable to perform Coast Guard missions. This endeavor will directly contribute to thousands of well-paid and, more importantly, meaningful jobs for thousands of families, both in the Mobile area and nationwide. So this event today marks a milestone that is far greater and more impactful than it might seem. I am absolutely thrilled to be a part of it, and thank you for recognizing the importance and joining us here today. So while I regret that I can't acknowledge everyone individually that's been a part of getting us here, I must extend some special recognition to a few distinguished guests. So first and foremost, to our members of Congress for embracing the exceptional value proposition that the United States Coast Guard offers to the nation, and for continuing to support the Coast Guard's ongoing modernization efforts that include this offshore patrol cutter program. Tara Johnson from the Office of Senator Britt and Steve Strickler from the Office of Congressman Mike Ezell, please thank you for being here. And on behalf of our Commandant, Admiral Linda Fagan, please extend our most sincere appreciation for their incredible support of the Coast Guard. We also appreciate the presence of local leaders such as City Council President Corey Martin from Fairhope, as well as representatives from the City of Mobile, the local Chamber of Commerce, the Navy League of Mobile, and other local organizations. Your support is invaluable, so thank you all for being here. And of particular note, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to those members here representing a host of regional academic and training institutions. Your collaboration with Austal USA in developing a skilled workforce is crucial to sustaining our shipbuilding industry that directly supports our nation's maritime safety and security. I know that Austal USA is very thankful for your continued support and partnership in growing the talented workforce necessary to make them a successful company. But on behalf of the United States government, I too would like to extend our deep appreciation for the important role that you play in the maritime safety and security of our great nation. The United States has always been and forever will be a maritime nation. However, our shipbuilding industrial base is not as robust as it once was, and that poses a strategic risk to national security. The United States Navy and the United States Coast Guard have significant shipbuilding needs that will continue for decades to come, and our nation depends upon a strong shipbuilding industry to support those strategic needs now more than ever. A strong shipbuilding sector is an absolutely crucial cornerstone that enables our United States Navy, United States Coast Guard, and merchant mariners to perform their essential missions that guarantee our nation's maritime safety, security, and economic prosperity. Through your educational and training programs, you ensure that our shipbuilding industry is able to continue to hire and grow a highly skilled and talented workforce. Through your technical training and education programs and your partnerships with shipyards like Austal USA, your role in training the next generation of professionals is critical to our national security. I want to thank you for your impactful contributions. Lastly, and arguably most importantly, I want to commend the dedicated and incredibly talented team at Austal USA, led by President Michelle Kruger. This team of professionals, professional shipbuilders, has proven to be masters of their craft, dedicated to producing the highest quality ships for the United States Navy and the United States Coast Guard. Your craftsmanship and commitment to excellence have been instrumental in refining the OPC design and optimizing production by finding ways to minimize build times, reduce cost, and optimize the ship's technical capabilities. Your collaboration with the Coast Guard acquisition team has been exceptional, and today we stand ready to begin the construction of this vital ship. The Offshore Patrol Cutter program represents the largest and most significant acquisition in the history of the Coast Guard. These state-of-the-art vessels will replace cutters that have been in service for over 50 years, and they are expected to serve for decades to come. As our global maritime security environment evolves, the OPC will enhance our offshore capabilities and support our mission requirements. When combined with the capabilities of our national security cutters, our fast response cutters, and other surface, aviation, and cyber assets, the OPC will become a major mission enabler, helping us effectively engage modern challenges and maintaining our nation's role as a world leader in maritime safety, security, and global stability. To the women and men of the Coast Guard acquisition team, the Austal USA team, and all of the suppliers, contractors, partners, and stakeholders involved in this strategically important OPC program, mission execution begins here. Building a cutter fit for Coast Guard missions and delivering that cutter on time and on budget will take perseverance and dedication. But I know you're up to the task. We are ready to build, both figuratively and literally, on this important milestone. So let's get her done. Thank you, and Semper Paratus.
Thank you, Admiral Campbell. It's now time to start construction on our first OPC. Rear Admiral Mike Campbell will join our program manager, Mr. Bill Bingle, at the plasma table for the first cut of steel. Gentlemen, when you're ready, please start. There we go. All right, construction is underway. Thank you again for attending. That concludes today's ceremony. We look forward to your return for our next big event when we celebrate future milestones of this vessel.